welcome to Hustle a Day. Hope you're keeping well. In today's topic, I'll take something which people have been asking me about, and it's taken me some time to just, because I've been contemplating, should I do it? But anyway, Hustle a Day gives you content that helps you. I'll talk about this idea of moving from one country to another. People have been asking me, Hustle a Day, how do I come to Europe? How do I go to the US? Well, I'll just give you some few things or some few ways that my friends have told me. I'm not an expert on this, but through experience with people who travel, people who move from their countries to these places, and I'll just try to get a hope what I heard from them. The first one is actually the idea of family reunion, as they call it. This one means that you move from one place to another because you're going to join. It can be your husband, it can be your wife, it can be your parents or your brothers and that. But the most common is just the idea of marriage, where people from countries outside the US, outside Europe, outside Canada, they marry citizens of these countries. The good part with this is that it gives you automatically a ticket to be able to move to these countries. When you move there, you already have your papers in order because it's very important. And what does that mean? That means that you can directly start going to school. You can directly start enjoying the health benefits of the places where you're moving. And at the same time, you can also you get access to the bank. Sorry, my food is almost burning, but I'm just in good time. Just a minute, I'll be back a short while. So yeah, you can actually start to enjoy the benefits of the system or the country that you're moving. So that's one of the very the best ways of moving from your country into Europe. Marry a citizen. More on that when it comes to marriage. These places, they don't have a problem. They have a very open democratic system where they respect everybody's sexuality, and that means that you can, even if you're a lady, you can marry. If you're a lesbian, you can marry a lesbian. If you're gay, you can marry gay. So man marrying another man, it's not a big idea. Ladies marrying other ladies, it's accepted, it's very common around. So just when you're thinking to move to these places, have that in your mind. So that's one of the first one. If you watch by the end of the video, I'll try to make it as short as possible so I can try to expand on these issues. But if we take the second issue is the idea of education, which traditionally people have been, you apply you look for universities in these places and then apply, but you have to have the qualifications of the course that you're going to do. They're very strict that you have the right grades, you have the right qualifications, because they follow up. And then there's something like TOEFL. My brother went to the US. He was going to do his master's, and there was another course that he did apart from not the language course. It was something much more advanced. I don't remember the name. I have to ask him. I'll put it right on the link below after I've talked to him. But that's another system. And then when you come to these countries, you can to do your master's or your degree or whatever it is. Then after that, you still have the permission to, you're given some bonus time to look for a job, and then after that you can easily apply for a work permit, and then systematically you actually get into the system. So that's another very cool way of moving to Europe or moving to the US. Apart from that, the third one is the third one is actually one of the most common, and this one I don't have to put it. It's a little bit it's a little bit tricky, and this I've seen my analysis here. I'm just telling the stories that my friends have told me. So I'm not telling you to do it. I'm telling you the stories that my friends have told me. And this is the case of trying as much as possible to get your visa from where you are, from which country you are, and because and then a visa, maybe you could be going to church, maybe you're going for a conference, maybe you're going to visit, maybe you're going for a visit. You know, there's so many reasons why people get visas. So that's the first key. When you get your visa, then they move to these countries, and then somehow they look for asylum. It's very hard to be given an asylum. Why? Because they usually ask you, why in the first place did you get a visa to come here and you came for a conference? That's the argument. Now you're coming with another story. But people have been successful because things change, and you can come here and maybe things back home, they don't work, or they become serious, or you get scared to go back because of the government. So I've seen people moving in those lines. I'm not encouraging it, but I've seen people doing it. So that's another way. The fourth way is the idea of crossing with the boats. I don't encourage it at all, actually. I go like, because the people that I've met crossing the Red Sea by those boats, they tell me it's terrifying. They wouldn't encourage anybody to do it. They've seen people dying. They've seen the worst of it. So I don't think I really want to talk about it, but I have no chance, because that's another way that people move to these places. Apart from that, I'll try to go deeper with time. This is Hustle a Day, and please, if you're new on this channel, do subscribe, do give us a like, and until next time, bye bye. So I continue and make my ugali.